As most of you know by now, Neil is out recovering from heart surgery. He is doing well. But when he is grossly misquoted by the mainstream media in such a fashion that threatens his credibility as a journalist, that does not serve him or his shows well. So now it's time to set the record straight. Yesterday, in the print edition of the Washington Post convention section, Neil's picture was included in a piece entitled, "They Were All Dead Wrong." It attributed the following quote about Donald Trump to Neil: "No way in heck he's ever going to be our nominee." This is false. If staffers at the Washington Post had done their homework, they would know Neil wasn't expressing his opinion about Trump. He was reporting on Marco Rubio's sentiments about Trump. Listen.
Donald Trump, who has made a huge issue out of this issue, has said that he's running and going all the way. I talked to his son earlier on Fox Business. He also says, yeah, Dad's in it for the long haul. We're not giving up on that. Eric Trump convinced that his father will be president on January 20th, 2017. Marco Rubio said, no, that ain't going to happen, and no way in heck he's ever going to be our nominee.
Well, did you hear that, Washington Post? Here's a more concise snippet, in case you missed it.
Eric Trump convinced that his father will be president on January 20th, 2017. Marco Rubio said, no, that ain't going to happen, and no way in heck he's ever going to be our nominee.
So as you can see, those were not Neil's words about Mr. Trump. In fact, while everyone else was dismissing candidate Trump, Neil was saying this.
To those of you who are going to dismiss the real estate developer who says he's worth north of $9 billion, do so at your own peril.
Because whether you like him or not, dispute the messenger, do not dispute his message, because Donald Trump is riding atop most polls right now. All right, well, so much for being a flash in the pan, because all of you guys have realized, look, Trump is no passing fad. Here's the first sign that you knew that Donald Trump was going to be a bigger than expected threat. The mainstream media kept laughing him off. That was then. Donald Trump now, the leading Republican candidate for President of the United States.
So clearly, it is the Washington Post that is dead wrong. We demanded an immediate retraction of this quote it attributed to Neil. The Post apologized and said it will be correcting this.